That's not a knife. That's a knife. Just want to give you guys a huge shout out to each and every one of you 500 plus subscribers. Thank you very much for everything that you guys have done and all of the support that you have given me. We have reached our goal. I have a YouTube short posted for an entry video. Make sure you guys go over to that short and post one comment. Follow the rules on that short and post a comment, and we will be running that giveaway for each of these two items on the 25th of July. Again, huge shout out to you guys. Thank you, each and every one of you, for all of the support and to getting me to 500 subscribers. I look forward to being able to give these two knife packages away for such awesome support that you guys given me. So make sure you head on over to my shorts and enter through that video. Now let's get to the regular video. Welcome back, everybody. Faithful EDC here with you today. Today we've got two Kizer knives bringing here to you. We have the Kizer Retro and the Little Grand. Let's check out what comes in the boxes here, and then we'll get to the knives. Got the Little Grand, little 2.52 inch blade, V2670A1. This is a Jonathan Styles design. Nitro V blade, aluminum and macaroni wood inlays. Let's get into this box. Pretty typical packaging. Comes in a bag. You got your paperwork, maybe some extra hardware down here. Yep, a little bit of extra hardware. Your informational booklet. That's what comes in that box. And then for the Kizer Retro, we've got a 3.54 inch blade, V4726A1. This one here is a Johan Jordan design. Nitro V blade, micarta and brass handles, liner lock. I'm sure those got stainless steel liners in there. Again, comes with your packaging, a little bit extra screws, and your informational packet. Most of these do come with stickers, but I'm not going to get those out for today. I do want to start down here on this Little Grand. Many of you know that I have the Kizer Militaw, which is also a Jonathan Styles design. So he's taken that inlay work and brought it to this little slip joint. So very cool that he kept his design there. Macaroni wood inlays here. Aluminum scales, so super lightweight. You have your stainless liners. One thing I did notice right off the get-go is nail nick there and a nail nick there. So no matter what side of the blade you want to go from, you can open that. You do have a kind of a 3/4 stop there and then a full stop. Got the Little Grand badging on that, Nitro V blade, and on this side you've got Kizer. This is a cool little lightweight slip joint. Great to throw in your pocket, put it in a little knife slip, or put it in your fifth pocket, in your watch pocket there, for a little fifth pocket carry. So that way if you need to get something small, you can pull this little guy out. Nitro V blade, really good steel. So we all know that Kizer does a good job on their edges, and we all know that Nitro V is a really good steel. This one here runs $59.95. Satin Nitro V, and I think I've covered everything else. Slip joint with a 3/4 stop. I do like that it is a 3/4 stop instead of a half stop. Kind of a little bit different there. Really interesting drop point blade. Not much else on a slip joint that you can discuss other than the looks, the appearance, and the feel of the walk and talk. Doesn't really, it's not snappy. It does stop there and then open, but it's not super snappy until it gets almost shut, which is really good. A lot of slip joints are super snappy, and I've got one coming up here in a few days that is almost dangerously snappy. And then this one here is the Kizer Retro. Khaki micarta scales and backspacer there. Full stainless steel liners. Deep pocket carry clip, right or left-handed. No lanyard hole, and no lanyard hole on this one either. So no lanyards on any of these. You do have a deep pocket carry clip for right or left-hand carry. You've got this brass shield. You've got a brass collar around the pivot screw there. Really cool. You have front roll if you can do that kind of thing, or utilize the thumb studs, or that little impression here milled into the blade, machined into the blade. You can reverse flick this knife. This knife here feels really good in the hand. Super beefy here towards the end. So it feels out the hand really well. Kind of puts your hand in an awkward position, if I do say so. If you utilize your finger groove here, it kind of puts your hand in a very awkward position. But they do have really good jimping. Kizer has awesome jimping. Right here are towards the thumb studs, and then they also added jimping out here towards the end of the blade. I talk about this all the time. There needs to be some jimping out here. I know that might take away from the design of your knife, but for those like me who utilize fine intricate details or cutting boxes open, you don't want to go super deep. So I put my thumb out so that way it only goes a certain amount, or sorry, put my finger out so it only goes a certain distance into the box, so that way you're not cutting the contents. That jimping there definitely does help. This has a satin Nitro V blade steel, got Kizer logo on that side, and the Retro / Nitro V on this side. Dual thumb studs. Looks like they are removable because there's a screw head there. Really nice high flat grind here. Drop point, almost like a spear point blade. If you look down the blade there, it does look like a spear point. They do call it a drop point, but it almost resembles a spear point. So front flip, thumb studs, or the milled out part right there on the blade you can use to reverse flick with your middle finger. Really nice, runs on bearings, super comfortable in the hand. The only downfall I'm seeing is it puts your hand in a very awkward position if you are way out here, just because of how tall this is. So if you're gripping it like that, you don't have anything here. So if you grip it normal, kind of puts the knife at a weird and awkward angle. But not terrible. Not terrible. It is still usable. I do like that it's a bigger knife. You guys know I'm a fan of bigger knives. But let's get these guys up against each other here. They are two totally different knives. Then I go and touch and smudge the blades there. Wanting to get you guys a good close-up here of both of these side by side, just to show the size difference here. So we got the Kizer Little Grand up top and the Retro down below. Really cool knives for both. Let's get some size comparisons here. Now that I've got this new backstop, you almost don't need pencils or a Sharpie, seeing how each of these squares are an inch measurement there. So there you go. You got about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch left of your Sharpie, and well over half of the number 2 pencil. And then, like I said, this is a very small, smaller than actually a sod buster. or a Sodbuster Junior. Sorry, not a full Sodbuster. If I can find one here real quick, I will bring it out for you. Yep, I've got one right here. So here is a case Sodbuster. So the little Grand is smaller than the case Sodbuster Junior. Now let's get these guys opened up here. There's your little size comparison. I forgot to bring this in, but we'll bring it in now. You got your Spyderco Paramilitary 2 for size comparison against that Retro up there. You're within 1/8 of an inch of overall length for the Retro there. And then we can pull this guy down here just to show the design style and what they made this little Grand from. This is a Jonathan Styles design, so it looks very similar, both big size and small size. Let's get these guys out of the way here. And let's get you guys some actual measurements. That is not a slip joint. This one's the slip joint. Tried to shut it without using the liner lock. So we have 3 1/4 inch closed. Cutting edge is 2 1/4. 2 1/2. 2 1/4 sharpened. 2 1/2 blade. Overall blade length. And 5 3/4 of an inch overall length. You have closed is 4 5/8. Sharpened edge is 3 3/16. 3 1/2 inch overall blade. And 8 1/8 of an inch. So over 8 inches on the overall length for the Retro there. So whenever I say I like big knives, I do like that big of a knife. I just wish it didn't have such a chunky tail on the end here. So this one here is going to be super lightweight. 1.82 ounces on the little slip joint. That is the little Grand. The Retro, over 4, I would think. Yeah, 4.5 ounces. Even heavier than the Paramilitary 2. Yep, 4.54 ounces. Heavier than the Paramilitary 2. Nitro V, again. Kizer's edge here. We know Kizer does good on sharpening. So nothing to worry about there on the edge. I guess I could use it for a little bit of cardboard here. High flat grind. Zero issues getting through cardboard as well. But that is what I have for you today. The Kizer Retro big guy and the Kizer little Grand. Here we go. Switch it up on you. Retro up top, little Grand on the bottom. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for coming back, checking out this video. Make sure you like, comment, and share these videos out. Helps my content get out to more viewers. Don't also forget to make sure you head over to the shorts and get entered for the 500 subscriber giveaway. You got a chance of winning one of these knives and all the extras that go along with it. Also down in the description below, I have a beacons link. Those are filled with affiliate links. You can get your Atwood rope, your paracord. You can go shop for O-lights. Those will go to help support this channel. Also, if you're interested in a USA made knife, he just got some McNeese knives in stock. Those are super cool. They are expensive, but they are very, very well made. He's got McNeese and TRM, Microtech, Spyderco, ProTech, anything USA made, he's carrying right now. He's even got the new little Rivery Manufacturing Zero razor blade knives. Those look pretty awesome. Hopefully I'll get one sometime, but that's what I got for you today. Thank you all very much, and as always, take care of yourselves, and God bless.